Welcome, everyone. A very happy
Day baseball coming your way here on a Sunday afternoon from Tropicana Field. Today we wrap up this 4-game weekend series between the Boston Red Sox and the Tampa Bay Rays. Major League Baseball on MLB Network is next. Blake Snell is ready to go as he'll be on the hill for Tampa Bay. What do we need to know here, Danny?
Blake Snell, big power arm. He has yet to put it all together, but I really like this guy. Good fastball with late life, as they say in the pitching business. Good overhand curveball. His changeup's getting better all the time. If he brings his A game, he could shut any team down.
Now at the plate, Mookie Betts. He will lead this one off today. Ready to deliver. Here's the first pitch. Underway now in the Sunday finale as the first pitch is swung on and missed for strike one. And guys, the Rays, as they begin play here this afternoon, they come in a real funk to start the year. Still searching for what's been an elusive first win.
Yeah, Matty, it hasn't been the best of times, D-Row. They've lost the first 3 games of this set at home, and the last thing you want to do is get swept in a 4-game series at home. You need to win this one.
Yeah, it can't happen. Can't get swept 4 games in a row on your home turf. Watch for the manager to make. He's going to make moves, and he's going to make them quick. I don't know what they're going to be pitching, hit and run. Something's happening today.
1 ball and 2 strikes to count. And a good pitch there as this is swung on and missed for the first out of the ball game. The left-handed hitting Andrew Benintendi stands in. Previous history with Blake Snell, he's gone 3 for 6. And that one swung on and missed 0-1.
I like that he used the curveball to get ahead there. That's a tough pitch to hit in this lefty-lefty matchup. So if you can get it over the plate on the first pitch, it can be pretty effective.
Behind 0-2 now. Snell has become known as a starting pitcher that frequently works deep into games. The kind of guy you want on the staff when your team needs some rest because he tends to eat up innings all by himself. And now a pitch on the way. That's lifted the other way out to left. Gomez has a read on it, and he brings it in for the second out of the inning.
Batting third, the designated hitter, Hanley Ramirez.
Here's Hanley Ramirez. First chance for him here in the top of the first with nobody on. First offering on its way. Fastball that just misses inside.
Boy, good inside fastball right there. Trying to tie the hitter up, trying to keep him from getting those arms extended. A pitcher's pitch.
Now a little pop-up off toward the first base side. Prone. Eduardo Rodriguez, the Venezuelan left-hander, will be the man on the mound. Dan, any thoughts?
Hey, we're going to get a chance to look at a guy that is a little bit up and down throughout points of his career. A career ERA just over 4. When he's good, he can be really good. And when he's bad, well, let's just say he can be pretty bad at times. But it'll be interesting to see which one we see. He's a little bit of Jekyll and Hyde. Hopefully he's going to be a little bit more Jekyll than Hyde in this one here today.
1-1. Misses for the second ball. And this one is over, and he works the count back to 2-2. 2 balls, 2 strikes, a crucial count for both pitcher and hitter. So, Dan, what was your approach on the mound in that count? Do you still pitch for the strikeout here?
I think one of the keys, Matt, you want to try to initiate contact. The one thing you don't want to do, you don't want to run the count to 3 balls and 2 strikes. Whatever you want to throw it over for a strike.
And he wasn't going to hit that one with an or. The strikeout, and there's one gone. Now a moment here in St. Pete for a glance at the Rays starting lineup. Mark, what do you have on this lineup as they go for their first win?
Well, Matty, you take a look at this lineup today going against a power arm on the other side. You could see a little bit of ambush tactics employed by this offense in this lineup. Swinging the bat early, not wanting to go too deep in the count where he can rack up a ton of strikeouts. Be on the lookout for some early swings out of this lineup.
He's ready. Here's the first offering. There's a knee-high pitch that catches the zone. So let's take a look at our umpiring crew in this one. Working the plate, Rusty Valentine.
Dan, Rusty Valentine behind the dish tonight. He is north-south without question, letters to knees.
Well, I tell you what, he really favors a power pitcher. If you can consistently pitch at about the chest level and above.
Swing, high drive, left field and deep. Benintendi is back to the warning track, and he's able to put it away for the second out. Here's the catcher, Wilson Ramos. He went hitless last night in a game where his guys could push across only one score. Fly ball into straightaway left. Waiting on it is Benintendi. No trouble with this one, and the inning is over. So here's the Boston cleanup hitter, J.D. Martinez. He'll match up with Blake Snell now to lead off the inning. Infield in the overshift here. Now the pitch. A little bouncer. But it's foul, strike one. Into the windup. Here comes the 0-1. And a pitch in the dirt as he lays off. It's 1-1. No contact there, and it's 1-2.
Boy, he juked him out of his shoes with that changeup. Stood almost no chance of doing anything with it, but it probably looked good coming in.
Swing and a miss as he ran the fastball right by him for the first out. Here's the first baseman now, Mitch Moreland. Previous history with Blake Snell. He's hitless in 6 tries. Moreland, originally from Mississippi. He was a 17th round pick back in the draft of 2007.
I know this guy wouldn't go into the category of superstar, but to grind out the career he has being drafted where he was, my hat's off to him.
From the windup, the 1-1 pitch. Line toward the gap in left center. Gomez will range to his left as he tracks this one down in left center for the second out of the inning.
Third baseman.
Rafael Devers the next to bat. First shot for him here. 2 hits in 5 trips a night ago. Ready to deliver. Here's the first pitch. A swing and a miss at the good old Uncle Charlie. The 0-1 delivery. Swing and a miss as he's just behind the breaking ball.
It'll be interesting to see if the pitcher goes back to that. I don't know if the hitter was trying to work the ball the other way, but whatever it was, it just did not look good.
And he missed with it. It's 1-2.
Well, tried to throw a high fastball right by him there. Didn't work, but now we'll see if that sets up some different options. Wouldn't be surprised to see a good slider down and away right here.
Frozen on strike 3 for the final out of the inning. And that'll bring up the power-hitting middle infielder Ryan Schimpf. He'll get us going here in the bottom half of the second. A swing and a miss just out in front of that fastball. And he takes strike 2. That misses. 1-2. The 1-2. Misses. Ball 2.
Hey, great job right there. Anytime you're down 0-2, I think it's a successful at bat if you can work it back to an even count and at least give yourself a chance.
Swing and a miss on the fastball, and that's the first out.
All right, let's take a quick look at how the Red Sox set up on D-Day. And let me tell you about Mitch Moreland. We get it. Big, nasty, left-handed swinging first baseman. But if you were to rate the top defenders at that position, you wouldn't necessarily think of Mitch's name at the top. But I'm telling you what, he's exactly that. His buddies love the way he picks them out of the dirt.
And this will go down as an E5 as you can see the exasperation on his face. Still looking for our first hit in the ball game. Fouled off. Swing and a miss on the changeup, and there are 2 gone.
This has not been a weekend to remember for him. He's just been completely lost at the plate, flailing all over the place. Now that's his 6th strikeout of the series. They've really got him figured out.
Here's Echeverria now.
He swings, and it's a line drive to left center.
Benintendi is there, and he'll make the catch to retire the side. One left for Tampa. We'll move to the 3rd with no score. Welcome back to this MLB Network broadcast from St. Pete, Florida. Nice look there at nearby Clearwater. Here's Xander Bogaerts now. He's the number 7 hitter, but he's leading off the 3rd after the first 6 guys in the lineup have been retired in order.
Yeah, it's been a great start to the guy on the mound. It'll be interesting to see if they can find a way to get to this guy before he really settles in.
Previous history with Blake Snell, he's 0 for 9. The 1-0 is chased out of the zone for strike 1. The 1-1 taken, strike 2.
He looks really strong here early in this game, and that fastball is a good example. Put that thing in a great spot and right where he wanted it.
They really bunch him up on that one as he swings and misses for the first out. Striding in for Boston, Eduardo Nunez. He'll get to take his first cuts here. 0-1 the count. Took a wave at one around the shins with no luck. And this is swung on and missed. His 5th strikeout already, and there are 2 gone in the inning. Now at the plate, Sandy Leon. The first 2 men in the inning have both gone down via the punch-out, so we'll see if he can fare any better. Hit the other way out toward right field. Moving under it, Miller. And that's the 3rd out. Red Sox go down 1-2-3. Stepping up to the plate, Brad Miller. His numbers against Eduardo Rodriguez. He's hitless in 6 tries. And they start him out with a slider. Good spot, but he doesn't get the call. 1-0. 1-0 count. Here it is. Hit out towards second. And the Rays are in the hit column.
Nice execution right there, Dan. Kept his front shoulder in, kept his hands inside the baseball, and ripped the base hit up the middle.
And if you're a pitcher right there, you can't get discouraged. Sometimes even when you make a good pitch, the ball's going to find a hole somewhere. That one right up the middle.
0-1, here it comes. And that one just missed outside. Miller on at first, nobody out. Got a big pass at a slider that gets past him.
He had some really good late action on that slider right there. It's hard to do anything with that pitch unless you're sitting on it and catch it out front before it breaks all the way in.
The 1-2. Tried to shoot the corner and he missed it. 2-2. The 2-2. Now a swing and a chopper foul right at home plate. A full count to the Rays center fielder.
You can certainly tell at bats like this one frustrate the heck out of a pitcher. But you got to find a way to stay composed and execute your plan.
He'll try it again. 3-2. And another pitch is hit foul as the battle continues here. Popped him up. Moreland in foul ground. And he hauls it in for the first out of the inning. Malik Smith the next to hit. That's yanked into the stands. Strike 1.
Now I'm sure these infielders know it, but this hitter can burn down the baseline. So if he puts a ground ball in play, the defense is going to have to make a perfect turn to turn 2.
Here's the 0-2. Got him swinging. Chased it well out of the zone, and there are 2 gone. Digging in to try it again, Matt Duffy. He flew out in his last at-bat. Takes a fastball on the inside corner.
You know, Matty, when I first broke into the league, you wouldn't see that high heater first pitch right out of the gate. But I think there's been a change in philosophy here. Back in the late 90s, early 2000s, guys wanted to attack you more east-west, get you leaning left-right. Now you're seeing guys attack in the philosophy more north-south. Just with launch angles and exit velocities, I think guys are afraid to throw that sinking fastball for fear that guys are just going to run their barrel into it. Not the case with the high fastball.
This is popped high in the air toward the right side of the infield. And Moreland will put this one away, and that ends the inning. Here's Mookie Betts back to the top of the lineup as they're still looking for their first base runner in this one.
No doubt about that, Matt. They've yet to figure this guy out on the mound. He's looked great so far.
He has, but we'll see if this second trip through the order changes anything.
Yeah, it'll be interesting to see what kind of adjustments these hitters are able to make in the middle innings of this game.
Curveball, swing and a miss, and he's behind in the count 0-2. Betts, who's often just referred to as plain old Mookie. His contract is set to expire at the end of this season, so he may end up hitting the market this winter.
Hey, I think if you ask this guy honestly how his season's gone so far, he'd tell you he's not happy with it. It's been kind of an average year for him, but he has time to get hot and make that salary push. That wasn't a terrible pitch right there, but if he's going to execute and get this swing and a miss, he's going to have to get that ball a little bit further down, maybe even potentially.
Oh, and while we talked, that pitch got away and ended up hitting him, so he'll head down to first on the hit by pitch. Digging in for his second at-bat, Andrew Benintendi. He's 0 for 1 thus far. First pitch of the at-bat. And a ball diving into the dirt, a swing and a miss.
He's been pitching really well so far in this one as we cruise into the middle innings. One of the big reasons why, 80% first pitch strike ratio. If he continues that, he might be able to finish this one.
And that slider's almost in the dirt. Red Sox still looking for their first hit here. Fastball swung on and missed for the first out. Striding in once again, Hanley Ramirez comes into this at-bat 0 for 1 in the ball game. He's ready. Here's the first offering. Lays off 1-0. Ramirez playing here in his age 34 season. This is the final year of his current deal, so he'll be a free agent at season's end.
You know, Matty, I know he's in the final year of his contract, but he's playing to expectations, to be honest with you. I know he wants to turn it up a little bit, though, as he approaches the end of the season and make that salary push as he heads towards free agency again.
Pitching has the upper hand early as we're scoreless in inning number 4. The 2-2 is offered at and missed. He chased it for strike 3. Ready for another chance, J.D. Martinez. He'll look to bounce back after striking out his last time up. Ready with the first pitch. Here it comes.
Nope.
A fastball here, too low. It's 1-0. Here it comes, 1-0. Pitch out. Nothing doing. Betts is off at first with 2 away. In the dirt. It's 3-0 now.
If I'm managing this hitter right here, he doesn't even have to look down at the third base coach. You know he's got the green light. He's one of the best hitters in your lineup.
The 3-0 pitch is hit very well to right. This one's hammered, and it's going to go. That one is gone. A two-run blast to straightaway right field. Second home run early in the year, and that gives the Red Sox a 2-0 lead.
I can tell you one thing. You might get away with throwing a ball in that location in the minor leagues, but when you get one up like that in the zone right over the plate against these guys, you're going to get exactly what he got, a really bad result.
There's the first baseman now, Mitch Moreland. As he'll go after the first pitch to him and comes up empty, it's strike one. 0 for 1 for him here in this one. Into the windup, here comes the 0-1. Breaking ball in for a strike.
Don't be shocked if he triples up right here. It's not like he took those first two curveballs. Those are swing and misses. If he could bounce one or entice him to swing at something outside the plate, I definitely think he'd triple up.
Strike 3 on a pitch in the dirt. Ramos has got it. The throw to first is in time, and the inning is over. So the Red Sox strike for 2 on the 2-run homer. Bottom of the 4th coming up. It's leading off the inning, Wilson Ramos, and they'll need him to get something going here.
Things not looking very good so far in this one, but we're still in the middle innings. They're down by a couple of runs, and this would be the right place and the right time to get something going. The last thing they want to do is to try to come from behind and win this one in the 8th or 9th inning.
And that'll bring up the power-hitting middle infielder Ryan Schimpf. He was a strikeout victim in his first try.
These are huge innings for a team's morale. The pitcher wants to go out and throw that shutdown inning up and get the boys back swinging the bats again with a chance to capitalize and even extend this current lead.
The 1-1. Skied in the air to straightaway left. Benintendi coasts under it. Looks it into his glove, and there's one gone. Here's C.J. Cron now. He comes in 0 for 1 on the day thus far after reaching on an error his first time up. Here's a high pop-up. Nunez camps under it, and he's got it for route number 2. Standing in, Kevin Kiermaier.
Center fielder, Kevin Kiermaier.
Ready to deliver. Here's the first pitch. A ball and no strikes. Pulled toward right center field. Martinez coming on. And that ends the inning. Rays strand just the one. They're down. Digging in, Rafael Devers. 0 for 1 after he took a look at strike 3 in his first plate appearance. First pitch coming. Here it is. A swing and a miss. He's behind the big curveball.
Well, there's a pitch we haven't seen in a while. If he's going to have the ability to flip that in there whenever he wants, this is going to be a tough test.
Curveball close, but it's 1-1.
Classic change of speeds right there. Threw the hitter's timing off. Got a late foul ball. Interested to see where he goes now.
That misses, and we're even at 2-2. Here now the 2-2. Hit sharply on the ground to the left, and that finds its way through for a base hit. So it's a leadoff base hit to start the Red Sox after the inning.
Hey, Dan, this guy's having a monster series on the road. Were you aware of the home-road splits?
I think every player is, and sometimes this is a matter of being either comfortable on the mound or comfortable in a batter's box in some visiting ballparks, and some guys, quite frankly, like it better on the road than they do at home.
Here's Xander Bogaerts now, as he'll take a look at a slider here that misses for ball 1. Looking to put the ball in play here. He went down on strikes in his first at-bat. 2 balls and no strikes for Bogaerts.
Now ball 2. Back-to-back breaking pitches. I think if right now you really have to try to get the best pitch you can get in the zone, you have to throw it right here.
3-0 now. Both teams with just 2 hits apiece thus far. 3-1. Now he'll step off the rubber and go to first. And a dive, but he's back. And a great location that time on the corner. 3-2 now.
Fell behind early in this one, 3-0, and has battled back with 2 quality strikes. Interested to see if he catches a big part of the plate right here or tries to get a nibble.
Smoke toward the hole. He lays out for it, but he can't pull it in.
Boy, that's one of the, I guess, the advantages of hitting with that hole between first and second base, D-Row. First baseman has to hold that runner on. That leaves that right side wide open.
Yeah, and credit the batter right there. Nice piece of hitting right there. Not trying to do too much. He took a look at the defense and saw where it was aligned and tried to beat him.
Into the box now, Eduardo Nunez, as he'll take a breaking ball in off the plate for ball 1. He was a strikeout victim in his first try. And a fastball in there for a strike. 1-1. Devers on second. Bogarts on at first with nobody out. And he punches out another one. Make it 9 for the ball game. Stepping in and ready for another shot, Sandy Leon. He's set. Here it comes. Popped him up. Crone moving to his left. He's got it, and there are 2 down now. Here's Mookie Betts. Last time up, he was hit by a pitch.
Mookie Betts.
First pitch coming. Here it is. Ripped on the ground to first. And the 2-out threat will not come to pass as the inning is over. Here's Echeverria now. He leads off from the bottom of the 5th as they look to break through on the scoreboard for the first time in this one.
Yeah, baseball is a game of adjustments, and it's time they start making some. They don't need to change their entire approach necessarily, but now is maybe when they start thinking about ways to get the guy on the mound out of his rhythm a bit.
Miller.
And he'll power in a fastball that time at 94 for strike 1. No runs, 2 hits, and no errors for Tampa Bay so far. 0-2 the count to Miller.
0-2 the count.
Boy, tough to lay off, but he's glad he did. It's 1-2 now.
Okay, so now is where I think you pull the string. Throw the El Cambio up there. Hasn't seen it yet, and I think he's set up for it right here.
And this will ricochet off of him on the mound. Thankfully, he's able to recover, and he gets the second out at first. Here's Carlos Gomez, 0 for 1 after a pop-out in foul territory his first time through. No balls and 1 strike.
All bets are off for the offense right now. This guy's got a low pitch count. He's attacking the zone. They have to get more aggressive. This guy's not going anywhere.
Count now, a ball and a strike. The 1-1 is swung on and missed, and that's strike 2.
Hey, this offense needs to check themselves right now. They have to find a way to get somebody on base and get this guy out of the stretch and make him a little bit uncomfortable. I mean, they're 1 strike away from being shut out for 5.
Swing and a miss. Blew the fastball right by him, and the inning is over. In order go the Rays. They trail it here 2-0.
Leading off for the Red Sox.
Digging in once again, Andrew Benintendi. He's hitless in his 2 at-bats so far. Oh, and 2 the count to Benintendi.
I got to say, his command of the corners in this start has been pretty exceptional. He's mixed east and west really well, and it's a big reason why he's had success.
And he struck him out. The 10th victim set down on strikes thus far.
Now batting.
Here's Hanley Ramirez. Ready with the first pitch. Here it comes. Takes a high fastball for a strike. Here it comes. Swing and a little tapper. That goes foul. 2 strikes on him now. Trying to send him packing for the second time. And Ramirez able to hold off on that one, but he still trails in the count. It's 1-2.
Decided to go with a fastball there on 0-2, but what he's trying to do with that pitch is to expand the strike zone.
There's a swing and a high deep drive headed for the right field corner. And gone right down the line the other way. Wow! It's a solo shot for Hanley Ramirez. First home run of the campaign for him as the Red Sox have moved out 3-0.
Yeah, everyone in the stadium, including the guy in the mound, knew it was just a matter of time until this guy cranked one out of here. Well, that's the first one of the year, and many more are sure to follow.
J.D. Martinez will stand in again as we flash you back here to the 4th inning. This was a 2-run home run that was definitely one of the big blows of the ball game to this point. Here's the first pitch to him. And that's inside for a ball. 1-0. In tight. Awfully tight. 2-0 now.
That was a non-competitive pitch right there, and he finds himself behind 2-0 in this situation. He's going to have to locate something down the zone, get himself back in this count.
2 balls and a strike.
Yeah, right there, it's tough to be able to dive out over the plate. I know it's a pitch people think you can get to, but after you're pounded in twice, that ball looks like a foot outside.
Oh, but a super diving catch takes away a hit.
Now batting. First baseman.
That ball wasn't hit all that hard, but it had base hit written all over it until the infielder made a nice diving stab on that one.
Into the box, Mitch Moreland. As with 2 away, he'll swing and miss at the first pitch. It's 0-1. No hits to this point. Into the windup. Here comes the 0-1. Line drive to left. And that's in for a base hit. Make it a 1-for-3 game so far. He'll get it into second. And he's able to hustle his way up to second as he'll reach here with a 2-base hit.
Now batting.
Wow, this is a perfect example of a wily veteran doing what needs to be done to deliver for his team.
Yeah, and just watch this swing. Instead of trying to do too much with it and pull it, he stays inside the ball and is able to smack it to the opposite field for a double.
Chaz Roe will come on in relief as he'll make his 2nd appearance of the season so far. Rafael Devers the next to bat as he'll get caught chasing a bad one there at strike 1. He's working on a 1-for-2 game so far. Here comes the 0-2 pitch. Swing and a miss got him reaching. And that ends the inning. The Red Sox tack on one more thanks to the solo. Malik Smith the next to hit. And Dan, he and his fellow top of the order hitters haven't really offered much help for this lineup so far.
No, your 1, 2, 3 guys are the ones you look to generate a lot of action. And they just haven't been up to the task so far in this one. Still time for them to turn it around, though. We'll see if it happens.
Count even now at 1-1. From the windup, the 1-1 pitch. Now a ball lined to the left side, but foul. Oh, don't know how you lay off that one, but he did, and it's 2-2.
Pretty good discipline right there with 2 strikes. That's a tough sweeping slider. Not many guys lay off that pitch.
Struck him out. Struck him out again, I should say. His 3rd punch out of the game.
Now batting,
First pitch on its way. He takes a fastball on the inside corner. Into the windup. Here comes the 0-1. Very weakly on the ground, but it gets fouled. No runs, 2 hits, and no errors for Tampa Bay so far. Sliders, strike 3 called, and that's a pitcher's pitch right there. 2 gone.
Pretty impressive back-to-back strikeouts to start the inning. What's even more important is now he gets to face the middle of the order without anybody on base for them to drive in.
Strike 1 to start the at-bat. The windup and the 0-1. Fouled away. Leon is over to take a look. 2 out, nobody on. He struck him out, his 8th punch out of the ball game, and that one ends the inning. Ready once again, Xander Bogaerts. He'll lead it off here as we begin inning number 7.
Xander Bogaerts.
First delivery to him on the way. Way in front of that fastball. And action now in the Tampa Bay pen as it looks like a right-hander's begun to get loose. Had him reaching at thin air that time, and he's very quickly down 0-2.
Hey, that's a really good pitch right there, and that's one of those off-balance swings. As a pitcher, you want to look in and say, howdy, if you're waving at me. A real ugly swing, and it gives you a lot of confidence when you make a guy look that bad. So hopefully he has another pitch left in his repertoire to bury this guy and get him out of there.
The count now at 2-2. 2-2 count. Here it comes. Swing and a miss as he couldn't connect on the 2-seamer, and that's out number 1. Ready for another shot now. Eduardo Nunez. He was sat down on strikes in his last at-bat. He's set and the pitch. Swing and a miss way behind the big fastball.
I love the fact that this batter continues to be aggressive, but after striking out twice already, maybe he's got to take a step back, see the ball a little bit deeper, and be willing to work deep into the count.
The 1-1. Takes a pass and misses. That's strike 2. And he lays off a pitch outside as they draw even at 2-2.
Back-to-back sliders away. Now I think you have to think about running something hard in. Not a good idea to throw a good hitter the same pitch 3 times in a row.
And indeed, the throw will finish him off as they get the put out at first, and there are 2 away now.
Number 3.
Ready for another chance? Sandy Leon. His last at-bat didn't go his way as he popped out in foul territory. Hard hit toward the hole. That's through, and he's got his first base hit. He's 1 for 3. And the inning kept alive now for Mookie Betts.
Now batting.
So the Red Sox lineup turns over, and to the plate, Mookie Betts. He was retired via the ground ball last time up. A ball and no strikes.
Ball 1, no strike.
The 1-0. It's laid off, but in there for strike 1.
D-Rod.
And this one's in the dirt.
1 ball, 2 strikes to count.
Good job there as the count goes to 1-2. And this is lifted high in the air down the right field line. But this will land out there just foul. To 2 balls and 2 strikes now.
Well, one thing about him, he's an absolute grinder at the plate. You can pretty much count on him battling at the plate every chance he gets.
The 2-2 doesn't hit the target. It's ball 3.
All right, 3-2 count with 2 outs. The runner on first will be moving, so we'll see what happens. There are a lot of possible outcomes with this kind of play.
Leone leads off first with a pair of outs in the inning. Hard hit ball to second.
Schimpf brings it in.
They'll whip this one to first in time, and that ends. Ready once again, Ryan Schimpf. He starts off the inning against a guy who struck out the side last inning. How did they get to him here?
I'm not sure, Matt, that they want to stay as patient. He's been throwing a lot of strikes. They might want to start swinging a little bit earlier in the count. Man, this guy has retired a whole slew right now. I think what he needs to do is just stay focused and keep attacking the game plan like he has up to this point, because everything he's done has worked.
Hey, excellent job right there, leading off the inning with a base hit. We got to keep this line moving. We cannot stop. Nobody can make an out. We have to find a way to put 2 men, maybe 3 men, put some pressure on this defense.
C.J. Cron is at the plate as he looks at ball 1. Can't get around quick enough, and that'll move the count to 1-1. 2 balls and a strike to C.J. Cron. Ground ball sent back up the middle. Nunez on to first, and that's the very last thing they needed at this point in the ball game, as there are quickly 2 away now.
Kevin Kiermaier.
Standing in, Kevin Kiermaier. He's 0 for 2 with a strikeout in this one. Into the corner and slicing foul. Bases are empty here with 2 men out. Behind 0-2 now. And they'll try and tempt him with one in the dirt, but he'll hold back here. It's 1-2.
Well, that's a smart miss there. Sometimes guys will chase it down there, especially when they're in protect mode on an 0-2 count.
2-2 the count. And he's got himself another one as he picks up strikeout number 9 here, and the side is Daniel Hudson has been summoned from the bullpen as he'll do so to start the 8th. The left-handed hitting Andrew Benintendi stands in. Career line against Daniel Hudson. He's 2 for 4. The 0-1. And he turns this one around high and deep to center field. Kiermaier is on the warning track as he hauls it in for a loud out number 1.
Good contact to start out the inning. Thought he might be on base with some sort of a hit, but it hung up there too long. Just unlucky that time.
Hanley Ramirez will stand in yet again as we flash you back to the middle innings. This was a turning point here. A solo home run that was really one of the key at-bats of the ball game to this point. Oh, 1 count. Here's the pitch. Dribbled up the line. That's a foul ball. Down and away. It's a ball and 2 strikes. Action in the bullpen now as a right-hander begins to throw out there. Two balls and 2 strikes to Hanley Ramirez. The 2-2. And he'll just get a piece here as this is chopped foul at home plate. The 2-2 one more time. Is swung on and missed, strike 3. Digging in once again, J.D. Martinez is working on a 1 for 3 thus far. From the stretch. Swung on and missed, outclassed by that fastball for a strike. Takes a knee-high fastball.
No balls, 2 strikes.
The 0-2 home. Gets a small piece near the plate. That rolls foul, so a good job to fight it off and stay alive. The next 0-2 is swung on and missed, strike 3. Down. Here's Echeverria now. It was a flyout for him in his last trip.
Starting to run out of time. They haven't been able to score any runs as we're moving late into this one. A perfect time for this leadoff guy to try to get on base and ignite a rally.
Into the windup. Here comes the 0-2 pitch. Missed with a slider. The 1-2. And that slider's almost in the dirt.
He went with the off speed there once he got him to 0-2, but now that they both missed, I think we'll see more of a challenge pitch here. You don't have to give in, but you can't be too cute either.
The 2-2 one more time. Still even at 2-2. Here's another 2-2. And he struck him out. So double digits now. 10 strikeouts for him thus far.
Well, you can tell by their approach that they're going to go up there and try to be aggressive off this guy, but he's taking full advantage of that. He's pounding the zone with strikes, and right now we're seeing a lot of swings and misses and a lot of strikeouts and no walks either. You see there the pitch count is up to 88, and at this point in the game, that's a good place to be, so I think we'll see him stay out there for at least a little while longer.
And he struck him out. And there's strikeout number 11 in the ballgame. Here's Carlos Gomez. And they're down to their final 4 outs here, Dan.
Yeah, it's not looking too good for them right now, Matt. They've got a significant hill to climb, but they've got to take it one bat at a time. A couple of guys get on, and then who knows what could happen.
Into the windup. Here comes the 0-2 pitch. And he's got another one here. 12 punch-outs now in the ball game, and that'll end the inning. Rays go in order. 1, 2, 3. They trail in this one 3-0. Dan Jennings enters from the pen to start the 9th inning as he'll try to keep the score right where it is heading to the bottom of the 9th. Here's the first baseman now, Mitch Moreland. He'll try and lead things off here in inning number 9.
Leading off for the Red Sox, first baseman, Mitch Moreland.
First pitch of the at-bat. 9th inning begins as the first pitch is taken for ball 1. The 1-0 is swung on and missed, and that's strike 1.
I mean, that's just left-on-left crime right there. He could go to that pitch whenever he wants in this type of matchup.
1-1, here it is. Had him off stride that time, and it's 1-2.
He's gone to the well with that pitch 3 times in a row. I'm interested to see if he changes it up right here.
The 1-2 is swung on and missed, strike 3. Rafael Devers the next to bat. He struck out swinging in his last trip to the plate. First pitch on its way. And a feeble swing that time. It's 0-1. The 0-1 pitch. And boy, was he ever fooled on that pitch. It's 0-2 now.
After that off-balance swing right there, you find yourself down 0-2 and wishing you were back on deck with the donut on your bat, visualizing hitting a home run.
And he struck out again. That's the 3rd time he's gone down on strikes in this one. Here's Xander Bogaerts now. He went down on strikes last time up. Here comes the first pitch. That one's grounded foul off to the right side toward the dugout. Strike 1. 2 out, nobody on. Another one fouled off, and he's quickly behind 0-2. And he struck him out. So a good pitch there, and now they're going to need to string some hits together. Malik Smith the next to hit. And Dan, what's gone wrong for this lineup today? They're only 3 outs away from being shut out.
Boy, you know, I just haven't seen a lot of fight in these at-bats. Now, of course, plenty of credit goes to that pitching, but the effort on the offensive side has been pretty lethargic watching from up here in the booth, Matt.
Yeah, I would imagine it feels the same from watching in the stands in this one. And he'll strike out here yet again, as it's been a ball game to forget thus far. 4 strikeouts.
Man, he is looking flat out unhittable on the mound right now. That's 5 straight punch-outs. I love it, but I think he might want to get his defense involved at some point so they don't fall asleep.
And a fastball's in there for strike 1. He's hitless in 3 at-bats to this point. Off the plate, 1 ball, 1 strike. Bases are empty, 1 man out. Swing, high drive, left field and deep. And that nearly would have gotten him on the board. Instead, it's a long foul ball. Struck him out and make it 14 punch-outs now in the game.
Matt, just about everything he's doing is working. All of his pitches, great command, great location, and the big key, with 2 strikes, he's attacking the zone.
Now a fastball a bit too low here. It's ball 1. Bases are empty here with 2 men out. Takes a fastball on the inside corner. And they'll go off speed here as this pitch misses. It's 2-1. Now the 2-1 is a changeup that's looked at for a ball.
I know this team has been struggling offensively, but here's a perfect situation with a 3-1 count. You have a chance to do some damage. You know you're getting a guaranteed fastball.
Tampa down to their final strike in this one. This is line to left. And a knock for him this time. He's 2 for 4 for the game. So on a full count pitch, he's able to get on base and keep the inning going.
And if you're the manager, you've got to love that about your team. They were down to their last strike, but they refused to go down without a fight, so they lived to fight some more.
And a high strike to begin the at-bat. It's 0-1.
Well, that was a big 2-out single we just saw, and for pretty obvious reasons. The inning went from totally under control to now. He's got to deal with some dangerous hitters here with a runner on base, and this is how 2-out rallies start.
Hit on the ground down the first baseline. And he'll step on first for the out, and the ball game is over.
Wow, not only are complete games rare in this day and age of Major League Baseball, but a complete game shutout. This guy was in total command from the first inning through the 9th. Totally dominant in this one.
3-0 the final score in this one today. Both Sox took the lead in the 4th and held on until the end. Eduardo Rodriguez earns his first win of the season, racking up 14 Ks in doing so. Blake Snell struck out 10 in the losing effort.